Guilford County Schools, and it's a pleasure to welcome you here tonight to Guilford County Schools All-County Band. Our first group, of course, is our middle school group, and at 7 o'clock our high school groups will be performing, so we encourage you to stay around if you'd like to for the next group. But before we get started, I'd like to just give some thanks and some introductions tonight, and then we'll go from there. First of all, I'd like to thank the Music Academy of North Carolina. They're on the back of your program. Music Academy is working with Guilford County Schools this year, as they did last year, in providing accompanist for our choral events. And they are a wonderful partner of ours, and so good to work with. And so we wanted to also encourage you to take lessons with Music Academy of North Carolina. It always helps in our programs to have our students who take private lessons where possible. And we'll just give your students an even better music education experience as they go through our school system here. So definitely encourage you to take advantage of the Music Academy of North Carolina. I know their executive director, Kelly Burgess, is here tonight, and I really appreciate her being here and all her support of Guilford County Schools music education programs. So I thank her very much for that. I'd also like to thank Eric Hines, who's the principal here at Page High School, and all the Page staff for letting us invade the school this week. Eddie Deaton, who is the band director here at Page High School, has been wonderful in coordinating everything. He's in the sound booth even tonight working again. So I really thank him for his help in getting this event off the ground here this week. I also want to encourage you that if you haven't heard yet, it's been all over the news the past week and today. Today is Giving Tuesday, a National Giving Tuesday. And in Guilford County Schools, Giving Tuesday means the gift of music. And so we encourage you tonight, if you've got old instruments that you have in your closet, in your attic, that you're not using anymore, we encourage you to bring those in, and you can get a tax deduction. It's going to cost you, you're going to get much more benefit out of writing that off on your taxes than you trying to sell it yourself. I guarantee you that. And so encourage you to bring those instruments in. If you don't have an instrument, guess what? We will take money too. We will take it. And guess what? We will also take credit cards. Now, of course, we will give them back to you. But we will take your credit cards. You can donate at www.k12paymentcenter.com. Just look for Giving Tuesday, and you can donate here at the end of season. You need to write off taxes, so let us be that for you. And as a matter of fact, someone who really helped us today in our Giving Tuesday efforts, we had here at Page, you see a lot of instruments sitting out in the lobby that people brought by today. But there were also another site at Centennial Station with the High Point Area Arts Council, and one of our other really good partners here at Guilford County Schools Arts Education at More Music. And I'm happy to have with us tonight the owner of More Music, and I asked him to come up here on the stage with us to say a few words to you, and that's Mr. Al Stevens. So if you welcome Al Stevens.
Thank you, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As I'm sitting here looking at these fine musicians, you know what? It feels like it was just yesterday I was in your chair. But that was many yesterdays ago. But that's the joy of what has happened today at More Music Company, what happened at Page High School today, in Centennial Station. A lot of people came to the store today and came here and brought instruments. And with those instruments came a lot of memories. Memories of playing in their high school marching band, memories of playing in the 5th grade band. I had last week 2 gentlemen that were 92 years old each brought their trumpets that they played in 5th grade. And these trumpets were in excellent shape, nearly 80 years old, the trumpets were. So we've had cello, we've had violas, violins, a keyboard, drum sets, saxes, just a lot of neat instruments and memories shared by the community, for the community, and just about every one of them said, we are passing on the joy of our horn to the next generation. These instruments are in great shape and they're going to be around to help many others like these kids do exactly what these other folks did and have the joy that they did. So if you have, as Nathan said, if you have instruments in your closet, your attic, under your bed, wherever they are, please bring them by the stores and we'll be glad to take those and help the schools pass them on to the next generation. We thank you for your support, your business, and more than anything else, for what you do for these kids up here on the stage. Thank you.
We encourage you tonight to follow us on Twitter at GCS Arts and taking pictures tonight. We want you to take pictures. So take pictures and tweet them or Instagram them or Facebook them to us at GCS Arts and join in the conversation using hashtag ACBand17. That'll help us in getting pictures together that we will use and so we want you to do that. We also want to bring your attention to New Beginnings Video. They are here tonight recording the event for you, and DVDs will be on sale tonight out in the lobby, and you can actually take the DVD home with you tonight. And a portion of the proceeds for what you buy tonight will come back to GCS Arts. As a matter of fact, right down here on the TV, you can see what it's going to look like as they're filming it tonight. So we definitely want you to take advantage of that as well. All right, without any further ado, now we've talked you to death tonight. I'm going to bring out someone who has been just wonderful to help organize this event. He's going to introduce our clinician. Is the band director at the Academy at Lincoln, Ben Keith.
I have the distinct pleasure to introduce our first clinician. He comes from Raleigh, North Carolina, where he teaches at Carnegie Middle School. He teaches over 200 kids. His groups go into competitions and performances at grade 2, 3, and 4 level. He's made tons of superiors. He's done a great job here. It's been a real pleasure to watch him teach. He has had so much enthusiasm. It's been so great with your kids. I'm looking forward to hearing the performance tonight. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Matt Hellis.
If you can hear me, do this. If you can hear me, do this. If you can hear me, do this. Isn't it great what you can make an audience do when you stand on a stage? So I'm going to break tradition. Normally I'm supposed to come out and then we're supposed to immediately play, but the first piece has some kind of interesting backstory to it. And so I wanted to read you what the composer wrote about the piece, and then you can kind of put yourself into the music as we play. So terminal velocity is the scientific term for the top speed at which an object falls. This term is used by astronauts, pilots, skydiver, and base jumpers as they experience the effects of terminal velocity. Inspiration for this piece came after a friend emailed a video link of 2 base jumpers who jumped from the tallest man-made structure, as of 2013 it was, in an attempt of setting a world record base jump record. The structure that the 2 daredevils leaped from is a tower in Dubai, and I'm not going to try to pronounce it. It's a 163-floor office building, stands over 2,700 feet tall, making a notable presence to all who travel in and around the city. The piece Terminal Velocity is designed to portray the series of events that the base jumpers experienced on the morning of the world record-breaking jump. The opening section, the presence of the structure, represents the overwhelming stress that the base jumpers must have felt as they looked towards the sky and awaited the rush of free fall. The music quickly moves into the unnerving ascent as the 2 men ride the elevator to the top of the building, up anxiety and pondering the decision to go forward. As the elevator comes to a halt, the doors open, and immediately the men are taken back by the view of Dubai and the surrounding cities. This is portrayed in this section, the impression of the skyline. Finally, the daredevils had to prove their courage as they strapped on their parachutes, jumpsuits, and stepped out onto the ledge, which is the last section. They're then hoisted by a crane suspended over the side of the building. After the signal was given, the two men jumped from the crane, subject only to the law of gravity and free fall. The parachutes deployed just a few seconds after the leap, and after much gliding in the air, the men safely landed on the sidewalk below the building. Enjoy terminal velocity. Give me a B flat before we play. You've been sitting here for a while.